So I was messing around with Guilty Gear XRD and I picked Baiken. Now I wasn't necessarily a Baiken main, but I guess messed around with her to see what she can do in this game. I never really got to play with it that much, but after playing Strive up until maybe like season 2, I started to realize that, we had options in XRD. Now I'm not gonna talk about how broken or how good Strive was XRD was compared to Strive like that. I don't feel like I have an opinion in that, but I will say this, like, we had options, man. Like, for example, in XRD, Baiken had this thing, I don't know if you can call it a stance, because like she could transition from it and get more moves from it, and it was called Suzerain, where it was a half circle back kick. And from this she could get a lot of moves, like she could side switch if you press kick after doing Suzerain. She had this DP like move, which I don't know what is it, Kuchinashi? Probably butchering it, but hey man, like she had that too, kinda looked like a DP. She also had this move, Sakura. I guess you could use it as like a counter or some sort of a combo ender. And she also had this move, what is it, Rokon Sogi? It also side switches, but you get hit. I mean, it hits you, and then she gets a side switch from it. But I don't think it works in the corner. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't side switch in a corner. And she also got these moves while she did parry. Now, another thing that I feel it's kind of sad that they took away was her Kabari options. The Kabari was this move right here. It had two variations, an up Kabari and one that just goes straight. In Strive, I think they just gave her one that just goes straight, and there's one that ties her to her opponent, which, I mean, some people find interesting. For me personally, I don't like it. But yeah, she used to get a lot of options from Kabari. She got a command grab, but it wasn't a real combo, so you had to be ready for it. She got, what is it? Tetsuzan-sen. Okay, yeah, she does say that. And she also got Rokon Sogi again. So when it comes to like options, I don't think she was missing any. Like, she was really like packed with options, man. She had a lot. In Exit, they kept her super. They didn't change much with this, but one thing that I will say I'm glad that they took away was her counter super. I'm not sure if I can do it. Okay, so the way the super works is that she has to parry a hit first and then do the super, which was basically like counter super. And unless you were expecting that someone was going to press a button, that's the only time you could do it, which in my opinion kind of sucks, but it was something. So it was something like this. Got it. But it looks cool, I'll give it that. Well, I mean, I did mention Kabari. They only gave it like, I guess that you could say they replaced the up version, but for me, I don't think they should have done this, because like, it was a cool anti-air, if you were expecting a jump, and sometimes it could lead to like some really cool combos. I mean, again, like I said, I didn't really get to play this character that much. I wasn't a Baiken main, but like, let me see if I can land a combo. You could do something like that. I don't know what else, because again, like I said, not a Baiken main. But also, yeah, one thing that I also forgot to mention when it comes to Suzerain is that Baiken used to have a projectile. I guess you could say in Strive she does have a projectile in terms of her gun, but in this game, if you did Suzerain into dust, she'd pull up a gun and shoot you. In Strive, they gave a gun super, so I don't know if that counts, but it didn't cost meter in Exit. But I also forgot to mention that when she did her parry in this game, which was slash and hard slash, or is it heavy slash, I'm not sure about that, but whenever she did that and she parried a hit, she had more options, which you could get most of them, I guess, in Suzerain and also from the Kabari. So it was something like this. Let's see. Could do that. you could do the DP, you could do the side switch. And you could do the side switch again, but this time with no hit. So yeah, again, like I said, you know, like you used to have options with this character. I mean, again, you know, like I gave up on Strive in like season 2, so I don't really know what else, you know, she can do in that game, but it's not as much as what she could do in this game. And it's not just with Baiken, but it feels like it was with a lot of the cast in this game. Okay, so, but in Strive, you know, I can appreciate certain things, though I do feel like she did lose a lot. I don't know if it made her a good or a bad character. Again, I didn't play this game that much after, you know, season 2. So let's see what she has that I noticed. Number 1 was this super. You know, in addition to the one that she already had. I only like the super because it's not a counter super like her second super in XRD, so you know, I can at least appreciate that. But the suzerain again is gone in this game. See, half circle kick does nothing, but they did give her a parry, which I think loses 2 projectiles. If I remember correctly, her XRD parry didn't lose 2 projectiles, though from afar you couldn't get much from it. And her Kabari, like I said, she only has, let's see, this one, and she only gets one option from it, which was this move here, which doesn't even side switch like the one in XRD. And she also has this, which ties her to her opponent. You did get some unique combos from this, but for me, you know, not really something I found cool. Just me, you know, I'm not knocking it, but I don't know if you got any follow-ups from it. Let's see. Yeah, you couldn't get any follow-ups from it, which if I remember correctly, also if you did a throw and you held the throw button, you would get the whole tether thing happening, right? Or did they change that? Oh yeah, you have to hold slash button to get the tether. But yeah, I mean, like they took a lot who used to have options, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I also forgot. This used to be a DP motion. I'm glad they made it easier, so I don't have anything to say about it. I think it's cool that they made it simpler, so you know, like there's that. But a lot of her options that they, you know, that used to make her, I guess, a unique character. Like from this, in this game, whenever she gets a parry, she only gets like is it like a slam or a throw where she's like, she slams you onto the ground and that's it. Like she doesn't even get to decide like she did in the previous games. You know, like can she side switch? Can she just do another combo from that, or you know, like something else? It was just, yeah, like she just does this move and that's it. I don't know if she gets anything from it like she did in previous games, so you know, make of that what you will. Wait, did it whiff? Oh nah. But you know, anyway, let me know what you guys think of this new iteration of Baiken. I mean, I say new, but this game is like 5 years old at this point or something like that, could be wrong. But yeah, let me know what you think of her. But you know, at least they did give her like a cool ass outro in this game. Like that has to come for something, right? 仇討ち是非なし阿鼻に天のホース戦意成敗お上の何とぞよしなに閻魔何とぞよしなに閻魔殿バイケン